Welcome back, Poke Crew. Today we're going to go over and take a closer look at those Eeveelutions that we got back from PSA. Ones from Prismatic. I wonder why some of them got 9s and one got an 8. If you would like to win this card, which is a PSA graded Gem Min 10 Meowscarada, you have to click on the video in the description below, or at the end of this video I'll have it attached to it, and like, comment, and subscribe. Winner will be announced March the 7th. Now, enjoy this closer look at those Eeveelutions. We're going to do a much calmer and closer look at those God Pack SIR Eeveelutions from Prismatic, and we're do it right now. We're gonna start off looking at the Glaceon EX, which did get a 9, as you can see. I've tried to look over these cards and see what possibly could have been wrong with each of the 9s. The front, and I'm sorry about this glare, I'm really gonna try and avoid that, but it's just the lighting in here. You can just see like the detail on these cards is pretty awesome. The front on this one looks decently centered, probably within the 55-45. The back, if we look at some of the corners, there's a little white mark there. Maybe the bottom corner down here. I don't really see a whole lot. If I was thinking of submitting some of these, I probably would. That one. Now the Leafeon front looks good, except when it's so hard to see, because like I literally had to take a jeweler's loop. But there are some, it's just that you see the fingerprinting on the rainbow pattern. I think those chip very easily, and it's just, I don't know. This is one I might get regraded too. See if that's something there. Maybe a little bit. Looking at the back, top corners look good, side looks good. Maybe a little whitening in that corner there. That one looks good. I've seen worse than that get a 10. So that is probably one, if in the future you see that, I'd have to take a close like with a jeweler's loop, see if I really would want to resubmit this one. Still, awesome looking card. Now the one that got an 8, the Jolteon, was an 8 when your pack fresh is pretty confusing. So you kind of see a little bit there on the corner, maybe a little bit there. Still don't know if that justified an 8. Looking at the top left and top right corners, nothing there. Maybe a little bit there. But, I mean, centering's not horrible on the back. They're very lenient on that. I mean, centering's not too bad on the front either, so I'm a little confused about that one. A lot confused. Okay, so the Vaporeon here, another awesome looking card. Just look at the detail on the shimmer on the crown and all the jewels. Very hard to see anything really wrong with the front on that one. Corners, top left, top right, acceptable. I could see, okay, now that's definitely some whitening there. So that's probably the worst I've seen so far in any of the cards that we looked at here. And if that's what got it to a 9, I'd be willing to accept that on that one. That would make sense. Okay, this is our Flareon 10. So obviously got a 10. Corners look good. That's a big thing on Pokemon cards, is corners can get dinged out of a pack. Now the Sylveon, thing I'll say is maybe the centering's a little too off to be outside, and then maybe it's out that 55-45%. I'd get my measuring tool out, but you can just see the way the light hits it. That's a pretty awesome card. And on the back, we're just gonna take a closer look. A little thing there. I've seen worse than that. Bottom corner looks good. other than the centering on the front, there's not too much to really, I'm guessing maybe that's why that one got a 9, which I could accept that, just because the centering is a little off. Now the Espeon, let's take a look. Centering is not horrible. It could be just outside those margins that they want. No, they're just stunning artwork. Top left, top right, maybe a little bit there. That's a pretty good looking card too. That's one I would take a closer look with maybe a jeweler's loop and just see possibly if that's one I might send back in. Okay, the EVEX. So you can see nice artwork. Now in Terrestrial Festival, there was this one and the one that they call the Fruit Basket one. That one in English will come out, I believe, with like the whatever premium collections releasing in May. You can see a little bit of a ding in the top right corner, whitening there, pretty noticeable. So I could see that would be that could be why this one got a 9. So that's, yeah, I would say that's why this one's a 9. Still awesome card, as you can see the light hit off of it. Now, one thing I did want to point out is the difference between, so we have an Japanese 10, and look at the texture difference between that and the English card. Look at the specifically the rainbow patterns on the outside, how much more texture and detail there is on the Japanese card. So if you're into Japanese cards, I mean, certainly a better price option than the English cards. But I think that there's going to be a lot more 10s in the Japanese. One, because they're going to be more common, because Terrestrial Festival, you get an SIR in every box. Obviously still hard to get a specific Eeveelution, but much better hit rates than English. And you can just, the detail level on these, I just want to show these again, just next to each other, just how the light hits differently. It just does. I mean, the crystals on the body of the Flareon are way more defined on the Japanese card than on the English card. Just the lettering's even bolder. Yes. So that's that. And then, no, I don't have a Japanese one to compare this to, but this is my Gem Mint 10. Let's see, not perfect centering, but close enough. Very good. And in the video, I was a little worried about this corner when I sent it off, but I guess it wasn't too bad. Not bad, not nearly as bad as some of those other ones that I can understand why, if that corner was the reason they got a 9, this is why I got a 9. But this one, back looks really good. We're just gonna take a closer look. I understand some people don't like this being called Sunbreon. I understand that because it literally says Moon Mirage on the card. So I'm going to come up with my own name. I'm going to call it the New Breon. Since it's not the Moon Breon, but it's the New Breon. I'm sure someone else was smarter than me, came up with that first, but I don't remember if I heard that somewhere or not. I don't think I did. All right, so that's pretty cool. Just wanted to share that nice little calmer video than me falling out of a chair and showing you these awesome cards and just a little closer look at them. Thanks, Poke Crew.